This is Dan from Dan's Urban Survival and Prepping. Let's talk about survival skills right after the intro. When you live in an urban environment, what are the steps you should take when beginning to prep or beginning to get into the self-sufficient survivalist mentality? Everyone has to face a multitude of dangers in their lives. The added pressure of living in an urban area can often make those problems seem impossible to deal with. It is vital to understand the dangers at home, at work, on the streets, and to get grips with as many as possible. Take control. The safer you make your day-to-day existence, the better able you will be to deal with any major crisis. Your plan must be to avoid unnecessary risk in an urban environment and to minimize the damage caused by those you can't avoid. You have to develop an attitude that will help you cope with all kinds of situations. Take control of yourself, your health, your immediate surroundings. On a simple, practical level, there's a lot you can do to make life safer and less complicated, but you must do so. Fear. Fear is an element in most forms of mental stress. Fear of the unknown, fear of the known, fear of not being able to cope, fear of violence. It is not something to be ashamed of. People say fear is a bad thing and you should avoid fear. But I believe that fear can be an asset. It makes you more wary, more alert on the streets, for instance. Don't try to eliminate it with false courage or deny its existence. Panic is fear that gets out of control. You must control panic. It can be disastrous. You must learn to use fear and anxiety, not let them use you. Don't let your imagination run riot or conjure up things to be scared of. Assess the real situation and confront it. Now, how does this tie into beginning prepping, urban survival, survivalism? It ties in like this. If you're just starting out, just beginning, you have to take a realistic view of the world you live in, of the area you live in, and set up a plan for dealing with what is most likely to happen in your situation or your area. It's very easy to jump on the bandwagon of, well, if I get this piece of gear or this equipment, then we'll be set. And then they sit in your garage or in your attic for years and years, and you never use them, never open the boxes. It's also very easy to fall into that whole doomsday prepper idea. The economy's going to collapse, society's going to fall apart, aliens are going to invade. They could happen, but it's not real likely. The best way to start in preparedness is to look at the things that actually do happen in your area, your region, and prepare for those. You know, put back water, food, self-defense items as you see fit, and build from there. And what I mean by build is practice. Use your tools that you've purchased. Learn new skills. Set plans. Evaluate what's really going on in the world and what you need to protect your family from. Decide how you're going to do that and go with it. That's the best advice that I can give to people who are just starting off in prepping and just beginning, because it can be overwhelming. It can be so hard when you see every day 10,000 videos on you have to have this, or your bug out bag's not complete without this. Only you can decide what needs to be in your preparations. It's your family. It's your area. You know better than anyone else what you're going to need in any given situation to mitigate any event that can happen. And if you set yourself up to be prepared for those things that do happen, that you know are quite possible to happen, then if something more major happens, you're already well above that bell curve than most other people. So make a plan. Practice that plan. Prep the things that you feel you need. Then spend some time with your family. Just have some fun. Enjoy life, because what's the point of being prepared to survive all these events if in preparing for them you miss all the great events in life? So this is Dan from Dan's Urban Survival and Prepping. And until next time, take care of each other.